The Titans are the strongest members of the Alliance, but where did they come from? I went back thousands of years and discovered the one who started it all, the first Titan. Now, for the next 100 days, I'll be surviving in Minecraft as the first Titan, using my rocky strength to fight off enemies while growing into bigger and stronger forms. Will I be able to defeat the Skibidi Rex, or will I be erased from time? You'll have to watch until the end to find out. On day 1, I spawned into the prehistoric era as a rockman inside of a rockman civilization. All of my people were happily enjoying their peaceful lives, including my older brother Rocky.
Looks like it's another beautiful day.
Suddenly, a massive Skibidi T-Rex stampeded into our home and scared my people with a terrifying roar.
I have seen the future, and now I must stop the first Titan from ever being created. Crumble to the might of the Skibidi army.
The Skibidi Rex roared and a massive portal to the future appeared, unleashing technological Skibidi toilets onto our primitive home. My people tried to fight back, but armed with nothing but clubs and spears, they didn't stand a chance against the advanced weapons of the Skibidi toilet army. I tried to escape with Rocky, but one of the futuristic toilets spotted us leaving.
Max, look out!
My brother pushed me out of the way of the attack and was blasted by the toilet's weapon, killing him instantly. Rocky, no! All that remained of my older brother was a flickering magical flame on the ground. I picked it up, and suddenly a mysterious power surged through me. I shot up to a size larger than anyone had seen before. I wasn't a rockman anymore. I was now the first Titan. I now had 20 hearts and new incredible powers. I lashed out and squashed the Skibidi that killed my brother, but unfortunately, that drew the Skibidi Rex's attention.
The Titan has formed. Get him, men.
On day 2, I was being attacked by a swarm of futuristic Skibidi minions. Luckily, I was armed with my brand new form. I unleashed my Titan abilities onto the swarm of toilets, killing them one after the other like nothing. I smashed a group of the Skibidis, and they dropped a suspicious item. What is that?
That's an Easter egg. There's 5 more scattered across the map. They will be hidden in the background of the video. So try to find them all and comment if you did.
Whoa, whatever my brother dropped gave me so much power. I'm the only one who can stop these guys now.
You're not going to have the chance.
Without warning, the Skibidi Rex himself charged towards and hit me with a stomp attack. I was instantly dropped to low health due to his crushing strength.
Max, over here.
I turned and saw the Elder Rockman calling towards me. With nowhere else to go, I followed his lead to try and escape the wrath of the Skibidi Rex. The Elder took me to the surviving Rockman, heading deeper into our cave as the Skibidi Rex stampeded close behind.
You shall not pass.
The Elder Rockman cast a spell, causing rubble to collapse at the cave's entrance. We were sealed away from the enemy for now.
The prophecy has come true. I must show you your new destiny.
On day 3, the Elder Rockman took me to a shrine built by our ancestors. Why are we here?
Step onto the altar, and all will become clear.
I listened to the Elder and stepped onto the altar. Suddenly, I was sent into a mysterious vision.
You are the first in a long line of Titans destined to defeat the deadly Skibidi toilet army. Because of your hidden power, you will inspire groups from all over to rally together and form the Alliance, the only thing strong enough to face the wrath of the toilets. However, to reach your full potential, you must locate the 6 totems, granting you the strength of a saber-tooth, resilience of a mammoth, agility of a megalodon, swiftness of a velociraptor, wisdom of a pterodactyl, and power of a T-Rex. Will you take on this quest, brave Titan?
I would be honored to, in the name of my brother and all of our fallen comrades. Suddenly, the area began to tremble as the ceiling crumbled above us. A Skibidi Triceratops had arrived to stop us.
At last we found you. You're coming with me.
On days 4 through 7, I clashed with a Skibidi Triceratops intruder to try and protect the Elder. I fought with all of my Titan strength while they used their missile attacks on me. Unfortunately, unlike the smaller Skibidi toilets from before, this threat was able to withstand my blows.
Your primitive attacks mean nothing to me. I've been empowered by the Skibidi Rex.
The Skibidi Triceratops hit me with a larger missile attack, leaving me badly wounded, and took his chance to trap the Elder in a metallic cage. Elder, no!
Retreat and find the first totem. You can come back for me when you're stronger.
I didn't want to leave the Elder behind, but I knew he was right. I retreated while I still had the chance, determined to find the first totem and save my people. I exited the shrine cave and began to scour the lands for the first totem. After some travel, I spotted it sitting at the peak of a mountain. That's the totem of the saber-tooth. I better start climbing. Just as I was about to begin my trek, something fired at me from the sky above. I looked up and realized I was being hunted by a flying jetpack Skibidi from the future. On days 8 through 10, I climbed up the mountain as fast as I could, as the future jetpack Skibidi continued to fire attacks at me from above. I did my best to evade them, but in my large Titan form, I was an easy target. To make things worse, I couldn't fight back without a strong enough projectile of my own.
Fool, you'll never be able to stop me.
The jetpack Skibidi hit me with a clean blow, causing me to plummet off the side of the mountain. I fell down into the depths of the icy canyon below. As I fell, I thought I spotted something interesting. Rewind the video and watch at 0.25 speed to see if you can find it. I hit the bottom of the pit, barely clinging onto life. What is this place? I explored the icy cavern until I realized I could no longer move. I looked down at my feet and discovered that they had been frozen solid. Just then, 2 large Skibidi raptors crawled out from within the cave, and I could tell just by looking at them I was gonna be their next meal. The terrifying dinosaurs inched towards me, ready to finish me off. On days 11 through 14, I was getting ambushed by the Skibidi raptors. You won't kill me that easily! I used my Titan strength to smash free from the ice before I was eaten alive. I don't even taste good! I'm made of rock! With my footing regained, I fought back with my club weapon, trying to keep them from chewing me to bits. Eventually, I was able to defeat them, but more kept coming after me. Although I overpowered them in strength, they still had me in numbers, as more showed up to face me. I must have fallen into their den. I need to think of something quickly. Just then, I looked up at the icy ceiling and got an idea. Freeze! I smashed into the weak point, causing ice to collapse onto the remaining raptors. Once the dust settled, I saw that my plan had worked even better than I initially hoped. The rubble managed to create a pathway back to the surface. Okay, minor setback, but I have to get to the saber-tooth totem before it's too late. I began climbing back towards the mountain as fast as I could. On days 15 through 17, I climbed closer to the top of the mountain to find that the future jetpack Skibidi was already looming over the totem.
Foolish Titan, this totem is mine.
The Skibidi threat grabbed the totem, and suddenly the ground began to tremble violently. Oh no! I'm too late!
What is this? What's going on?
I dove into cover as the mountain exploded from its peak. It wasn't a mountain, but a volcano all along. I watched in hopes that the explosion would kill the future jetpack Skibidi, but to my horror, I saw them emerge into a new fiery form. The totem of the saber-tooth had harnessed the volcano's power to make them even stronger.
This totem is even better than I thought.
With the terrain covered in lava and the Skibidi threat even stronger than before, my only hope at winning was to get the totem away from him. I don't have a choice. Here goes nothing. I leapt into action and began my mission for the saber-tooth totem.
You're still alive. Time to melt you down for good.
On days 18 through 21, I was scaling the volcano, trying to lure the future jetpack Skibidi towards me in an attempt to get the totem.
You can't stop me now. I'm 10 times stronger than you are.
The future jetpack Skibidi lobbed magma projectiles at me from the sky, but I did my best to evade his attacks, using rocks to my advantage for cover. I didn't really think this through. How am I gonna defeat him? Just then, I spotted a large pool of water that might be just enough to stop him. If I can submerge him in that water, maybe that'll be enough to kill him. I then jumped out of cover and threw a rock in his direction. Hey, hotshot, follow me!
Why, you little...
With the future jetpack Skibidi now enraged, I lured him closer towards the water. When he thought he found me, I was nowhere to be seen. I quickly hid in a higher location in an attempt to get the jump on him.
Where did you run off to, puny rock titan?
Right here! I then jumped out and landed a surprise attack on the toilet, sending him downwards into the water.
No!
The water was too much for his lava form and caused him to drop the totem, transforming him back into his original form. That worked! Totem, you're mine! I ran in and claimed the totem for myself, growing larger in size and power. I now had 25 hearts and the ability to throw spears.
No! This can't be!
The toilet tried to flee in fear, but I clutched my new spears and threw them towards him, piercing through the toilet and killing him instantly. With this new power, there isn't a moment to waste. It's time to save the Elder Rockman! On days 22 to 25, I began searching for the toilet that abducted the Elder Rockman. After some searching, I spotted something strange in the distance. I approached the structure and found that the source was some kind of portal. Sitting in front of it was the Elder and my surviving people being held captive in a cage. The Skibidi Triceratops from before was looming over them.
At last, my portal is complete. You lousy rockmen will be sent to the future where you'll be disposed of for good.
Not if I have something to say about it. I took aim and threw my spears into the portal, piercing its center and causing it to deactivate.
My portal! You'll pay for this.
The Skibidi Triceratops charged towards me, but this time I was ready to fight back. I used my upgraded club on the toilet tank, doing some serious damage. We traded blows back and forth, both of us chipping away at one another's health. But I was stronger than before and was able to turn the fight in my favor. With a well-placed spear throw, I took him down for good. Once defeated, I ran back to free my people from their prison.
Thank you, Max. We're in your debt.
Just then, the ground began shaking as the Skibidi Rex approached me from the distance. Everyone, take cover! On days 26 through 28, I used my upgraded power to create a rocky dome around my Rockman people. The Skibidi Rex was fast approaching, and we all stayed quiet as he entered the area.
I know you're hiding, Rockman. Show yourselves.
He stomped around the terrain, making the ground shake. We all stayed as quiet as we could, but he spotted our hiding spot and started to approach us.
There you are.
He's gonna find us! What do we do?
I'll handle this.
The Elder casted a spell, teleporting everyone out of our cover and to a nearby location. The Skibidi Rex smashed through our previous cover, reducing it to rubble. But much to his frustration, he didn't find us.
Clever trick. Mark my words, Titan. I'll find the next totem before you can get your hands on it.
The Skibidi Rex walked off and continued to search for us elsewhere. Nice trick you pulled back there.
Thank you, but that spell used up all my energy. We'll have to go on foot from here. Regardless, you need to get the second totem quickly. It's in great danger.
Then I'll just have to get to it before the Skibidi Rex can.
I'll make sure the rest of our people get someplace safe. You go on ahead. Good luck.
The Elder Rockman gave me a map to the next totem and I set off to find it. On days 29 to 32, I arrived at the location on the map to find a large icy cave with a ball of ice inside. This could be where the next totem is. Looking further in, I noticed that within the ball of ice was the mammoth totem I was looking for. Looks like I beat the Skibidi Rex here. Now how do I thaw it out? Suddenly, I heard the sound of saw blades approaching my location. That sounds like trouble. I peeked outside and spotted a fire future Skibidi roaming the area nearby. Before it could spot me, I used my powers to put up a wall of rock to block the entrance to the cave, keeping me out of sight.
I know you're out here first, Titan. Come out and let's make your death a swift one.
There isn't much time. I need to get that totem free. I tried to break the ice with my strength, but this ice was different from the type I dealt with in the pit. It was much stronger, and my attacks weren't making a dent in it.
What is that noise? Is that you first, Titan?
Uh-oh, I need to hurry. I kept attacking the ice, but it was no use. The rock wall I had put up collapsed, and the fire future Skibidi found me.
It is you. That totem belongs to me.
If you want this, you'll have to kill me for it.
Well then, that's just what I'll do.
The fire future Skibidi charged in and unleashed his flame attacks onto me. On days 33 through 35, I was fighting the fire future Skibidi. He was relentless, trying to burn me to a crisp with his fire attacks while also attempting to get in close to shred me to bits. I fought back with my club attacks, but he was too quick and had the advantage of flight. I wasn't able to get a good hit on him. Hold still! I used my new rock abilities to launch boulder projectiles at the toilet to knock him out of the sky.
You'll pay for that.
He shot a powerful fire projectile, but I managed to dodge out of the way, causing the blast to break an ice wall behind me. That gives me an idea. I then lured the threat closer to the totem and waited for him to fire another projectile. When he did, I avoided the blast once again, and the blast broke through, freeing the totem. Now's my chance.
You're not getting that totem.
The Skibidi rushed forward to slice me in half, but I quickly jumped over him, causing him to crash into a wall of ice. I ran in and grabbed the totem, causing my body to increase in size, granting me 5 more hearts and the resilience of a mammoth. It's time for round 2. I used my new resilience to close in on the fire future Skibidi as he ran away in fear.
If I'm going down, you're coming with me.
With the last of his strength, he launched his fire attacks into the icy cave around us, causing it to shake violently and start to collapse. I gotta move! I then ran deeper into the cave as the entrance collapsed onto my foe, killing him in the process. On days 36 through 39, I ran through the cave and quickly found an exit to escape through. Unfortunately, the exit ended up at the edge of a cliff. This is my only way out. I'll have to jump! With nowhere else to run, I took a leap of faith, jumping off the cliff into the ocean below. Luckily, the fall was not fatal, and I was able to come up to the surface for air. Looks like I survived. I need to find land. Suddenly, I saw a hacker Skibidi flying overhead searching for me. I dove under the water to hide as it scoured the skies for any sign of my location. This is bad. I need to find cover. I swam under the water, holding my breath so that I could avoid being seen. As I swam, I eventually ran out of oxygen and started taking damage. I had to escape the flying toilet soon and come up for air, or I was surely gonna drown. Just then, I spotted an underwater passage and swam through it. My lungs were burning, but I used my mammoth resilience to hold out as long as possible. Almost there! I came out the other side of the passage and broke the surface of the water, gasping for air. I was in a secluded alcove and had managed to avoid the flying toilet. I spotted a larger plot of land nearby and heard the sound of more flying Skibidis approaching from behind me. I better get to that island before they find me. Determined to stay ahead of the flying toilets, I swam towards the shore. On days 40 through 43, I arrived onto the island and took cover as the flying Skibidis came searching for me overhead. I went from one cover spot to another to try and prevent myself from getting caught, but their aerial advantage meant that I could be spotted at any time.
The Titan is around here somewhere. Sweep the entire area, boys. Copy that, boss.
The toilets began to scramble in search of my whereabouts. They're everywhere. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Over here!
I turned and saw a large rockman that I had never seen before. Who are you?
There's no time! Follow me!
With no other options, I followed his lead and he led me to a secret underground area away from the eyes of the Skibidis.
I can't believe it. You must be the Titan from the legends. What brings you here?
That's right. I'm looking for the totem of the Megalodon. Who are you?
My name's Dwayne.
Nice to meet you, Dwayne. I'm Max.
Max? More like Maximum Legend.
What?
Sorry. I'm just a really big fan of yours. The legends of the Titan have been told in my village since I was a pebble.
Since you were a pebble? Whoa, that's awesome. Maximum Legend. I like that nickname.
Anyways, if you're looking for the totem of the Megalodon, I can help you find it.
Great. How do I get to it?
We'll have to not get caught. Follow me closely and don't make a sound.
Suddenly, the ceiling exploded, revealing the hacker Skibidi overhead.
I have found you, Titan. There's no escape for you now.
Come with me before it's too late.
The hacker Skibidi began firing electrical attacks down onto us, and we were forced to run as I followed the large rockman's lead. On days 44 through 46, the large rockman and I exited the secret cave as the hacker Skibidi pursued us from behind. He fired electric projectiles at us from above, managing to set the surrounding trees on fire.
What do we do? Everything's burning up.
Just keep running.
You won't escape the Skibidi army.
Keep moving, Dwayne. I think I see an exit. Unfortunately for us, the fire spread even further and we ran into a wall of burning trees, blocking our path. Things were going from bad to worse when the hacker Skibidi dropped in.
Give up now, foolish rocks.
The totem is just ahead. Keep moving. I'll hold him off.
Thanks, Dwayne. I'll come back for you. I ran ahead and left the large rockman to fight the Skibidi. I kept moving until I arrived at a lake, but when I looked around, I couldn't see the totem anywhere. What the? Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? With no other options, I jumped into the water in hopes I'd find it down below. Let's hope this next totem is down here somewhere. On days 47 through 50, I was swimming into the depths of the water. As I descended, I saw that the totem was waiting for me at the bottom. There's the totem of the Megalodon. It was under the water this whole time. I was about to grab it until a scuba Skibidi suddenly dropped down in front of me.
The totem belongs to the Skibidi Rex.
He swam towards me, firing watery projectiles to try and keep me away from the totem. I tried to use my rock throw ability, but since I was underwater, they quickly sank to the bottom.
That won't work down here.
The scuba Skibidi kept up his attacks, and I swam around as fast as I could to avoid them. When I spotted an opening, I managed to hit him with a well-placed spear attack that staggered him, giving me the chance to swim towards the totem. When I touched it, I was granted 5 hearts and new powers, including water breathing and dolphin's grace. It's time for you to see what a Megalodon can do. I used my new abilities to take on the scuba Skibidi once again. This time, I had the advantage. He used his water projectile attacks again, But thanks to the dolphin's grace, I was far quicker and more agile in the water. With my new skills, I was able to dodge the Scuba Skibidi's attacks and defeat him for good. Now that that's done, I have to get back to Dwayne. I swam up and out of the cave to save my friend. On days 51 through 54, I returned to the burning forest to find that there were flames everywhere. I ran around and used my new Megalodon water powers to extinguish all the flames with ease. All the while, I searched for the large rockman. Eventually, as I put out the last of the flames, I found my large rockman friend badly wounded.
You came back for me.
Of course! I'd never leave a friend behind. I quickly looked around and spotted an untouched apple tree. I grabbed a few and gave them to Dwayne to heal up.
Thank you, Titan. I'm happy to see you found the totem. Now you can seek out the fourth one.
Do you know where it is?
It's on the mainland. I killed most of the flying Skibidi toilets, but a couple of them got away. The Skibidi Rex might already know you're coming.
That doesn't matter. I have to get those totems before anyone else can.
Then head west onto the mainland and you'll find the next totem. Good luck. You're our last hope.
Thank you for all your help. I listened to the large rockman's directions and headed west. On days 55 to 57, I arrived at the mainland where I found the Skibidi Rex speaking to his flying Skibidi minions, the same ones that had been chasing me on the island. What are they plotting? I crept closer to them and hid myself, listening in on their conversation.
The first Titan got the Megalodon totem, sir.
What? How could you let this happen?
We did not expect him to be so resilient, sir. We were caught off guard and...
Silence!
Suddenly, the Skibidi Rex struck down the flying Skibidi.
Anyone else want to start making excuses?
The rest of his men were dead silent and shaking in fear.
Understand this. When I give orders, I expect to see them fulfilled. Do I make myself clear?
We're sorry, sir. It won't happen again, sir.
Clearly you are all incompetent at capturing the totems, so now we're going to do the next best thing. Destroy them. Stop at nothing to make sure that the first Titan is eliminated.
Oh no! This is worse than I thought! I have to get to the next totem! Quick! I tried to leave the area, but as soon as I moved away from my hiding spot, the Skibidi Rex spotted me.
Well. Looks like he came right to me. Thanks for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. You're mine, Titan.
On days 58 through 61, the Skibidi Rex was charging at me while I braced myself for battle. He used his sonic roar attacks on me, but I managed to endure most of them thanks to my upgraded form. Although when he got up close and personal, he used his powerful bite attack to deal some serious damage. Ugh, he's still super strong. I fought back with everything I had, tanking some of his attacks with the resilience of the Mammoth Totem and launching some of the water attacks I received from the Megalodon Totem. But even with 3 totems, it was still obvious how much stronger he was than me.
Is that really the best you can do? The creatures at this time truly are inferior.
You're not even from the future!
Silence, primitive being!
The Skibidi Rex struck me once again, dealing major damage. Even with the resilience of a mammoth, I couldn't go toe-to-toe with him for much longer. I need to do something. I noticed a chasm in the ground nearby and got an idea. Hey, lunkhead, over here! I lured the Skibidi Rex over to the chasm and used what strength I had left to land a heavy blow. I managed to knock him into the chasm, buying myself some time. That won't hold him for long. I ran away as fast as I could while I still had the chance.
Men, get here!
On days 62 to 64, I was being chased by the Skibidi Rex's flying minions. As I ran from them, I suddenly spotted a large pyramid shrine in the distance. That must be where the Velociraptor totem is.
There's the shrine! Destroy it before the Rockman gets to it!
Oh no you don't! I quickly threw my spears in their direction, taking Skibidis down with these. I continued to sprint up towards the totem as more flying toilets came after me. The Skibidis tried to use their beam attacks from above to slow me down, but I retaliated by throwing rock projectiles towards them to knock them out of the sky. Eat rocks, Skibidi freaks!
Watch out! Ugh.
They didn't see the rocks flying at them and continued to drop like flies. You're not getting that totem! With their numbers reduced drastically, I went for the Velociraptor totem and managed to grab it. When I did, I gained 5 hearts and new powers. I now had the swiftness of a Velociraptor.
You'll never win, There's 2 more totems, and the Skibidi Rex forces are already close to finding both of them.
The clock is ticking. I need to find those last 2 totems before it's too late. On days 65 to 67, I returned to my Rockman allies in hopes of getting a clue on the whereabouts of the next totem. When I arrived, I found that they had put together a makeshift village. The Elder was waiting for me there.
Max, you're back. How's your quest going?
Well, you see, about that.
Tell me more, young one.
I told him about my recent encounter with the Skibidi Rex and how much of a threat he had proven to be. And that's why I need to find the final totems. If he gets them first, we'll lose everything. Do you know where the next totem could possibly be?
Only your brother Rocky knew where the next totem was.
But the Skibidi Rex killed him.
Maybe so, but I know of a way to speak with him.
Really? How is that possible?
I can perform an ancient ritual that allows you to enter the dream realm. There you can talk to anyone, including the dead. But I must warn you, it's dangerous. If you're not careful, you could be stuck there forever.
Well, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Let's do this.
It's our only hope. Follow me.
On days 68 to 72, I was taken to a ritual circle where the Elder had prepared everything.
I'm going to start the ritual. You find Rocky and come back as soon as you find out where the totem is. I wish you the best of luck, Max.
I stepped into the ritual circle and waited for the Elder to work his magic. I'll come back as soon as I can. The Elder Rockman casted a spell, causing me to get transported into my own mind. I was now standing in a strange realm where my brother was waiting in front of me. Rocky? Is that you?
Max, I'm so glad to see you. How did you get here?
I'm glad to see you too! The village elder sent me here with a ritual.
A whole ritual just to get into your own mind? Seems like a lot of work just to be able to talk.
Well, it's more like my subconscious mind. This way, we can talk even though you're gone. It's like a memory, but way more accurate.
Ah, yes. You must be after the magical marbles. The ones that will grant you power, enhance your fire strength, and allow you to defeat the Skibidi Falcon.
Actually, I need your help in getting the totems in order to defeat the Skibidi Rex.
Oh, well, luckily for you, I know where that is too. I must have told you a long time ago before I died.
I'm so sorry I couldn't save you, but I'm gonna make this right. I need your help finding the totem of the pterodactyl.
Of course. The totem is sealed in the mountains to the east. You will find a door there.
Suddenly, everything began to tremble. What's happening?
Something's wrong. It looks like our conversation is going to be cut short. I believe in you.
Quickly, I was snapped out of my trance only to see smoke on the horizon in the direction of the village. It was under attack. Looks like I'll have to figure out what this door is later. I need to help my people. On days 73 to 75, I ran through the village and found the Skibidi toilets attacking my people.
Max, I'm so glad to see you're back. Help us.
I charged into the battle and helped fight off the intruders. With the help of my people and my abilities, we managed to take out all of the toilets and save the village.
Good work, Max. You came just in time.
Unfortunately for us, a Titan Slayer Skibidi emerged above us.
Playtime's over. Any last words?
Elder, get the people to safety. I'll try and hold them off. The Elder then ran off with the Rockman people, and the Titan Slayer Skibidi attacked me with his devastating rocket attacks. They were much stronger than the other ones I had faced. How are you able to do this?
Do you like it? My weapons have been reinforced by the Skibidi Rex himself.
No matter how many upgrades you get, I won't give up. I tried rushing forward, but he attacked me again. I soon realized I was fighting a losing battle. It's no use. This guy is too tough. I thought I was done for, but the Elder Rockman then re-emerged and created a force field to reflect the toilet's attacks back at him.
Max, the Rockmen are safe. Get the 5th totem before it's too late.
With the Elder's help, I hurried off with the clue Rocky gave me to save my allies. On days 76 to 79, I went east as Rocky had instructed, but instead of finding the 5th totem, I discovered a door. This must be the door he was trying to tell me about. I tried to open it, but the door wouldn't budge. Just then, I noticed a sign. If you wish to pass, then break the glass. Okay. I then noticed specific glass pieces throughout the door and took the puzzle head on. I used my rock projectiles to destroy each glass pane until they were all shattered. I did it! I broke all the glass. The door cracked open and revealed the totem of the pterodactyl. Thanks, Rocky! Your directions did just the trick. Suddenly, the Titan Slayer Skibidi from before flew in, storming after me.
That totem will be mine.
I raced towards the totem and grabbed it, granting me 5 more hearts and new powers. I now had the wisdom of a pterodactyl. You should have ran away. Now, you're gonna pay! I used my new abilities to quickly defeat the Titan Slayer Skibidi. Once defeated, they dropped a map to the final totem. Looks like they handed me just what I wanted. On days 80 to 83, I arrived at the location on the map in search of the final totem. Looking further in, I spotted the totem of the T-Rex waiting for me over a pit of lava. Looks like they couldn't make it easy for me, huh? Always one thing after another. Here we go. I utilized my Velociraptor abilities to jump from platform to platform towards the totem until I heard the sound of rumbling. Huh? What's that noise? That doesn't sound good. I soon realized the platforms behind me were in fact breaking apart and falling into lava below. I gotta make this fast. I quickly picked up the pace to avoid a fiery death until I finally reached the totem. Finally! This totem is as good as mine. Suddenly, a portal ripped open in front of me. I realized something was terribly wrong. What the heck is going on? Without warning, the totem was pulled through the portal and vanished. No! I was so close! Where did that portal even come from? Unsure about where the portal led, I had no other choice but to jump in after the totem. On days 84 to 86, I arrived on the other side of the portal where I found myself inside of a futuristic cage. Looming in front of me was a futuristic electric Skibidi. What the? Where am I?
You fell right into my trap, you fool. Allow me to welcome you to the future.
Future? What are you talking about? I'm getting out of here. I tried to break out, but the futuristic cage was too powerful for me.
Your primitive powers mean nothing here.
Primitive? I'm the first Titan. I'm the most advanced being of my time.
You're right. In your time, this is the future, little rockman. You won't survive against our upgraded technology.
I've been able to survive all of what the future has thrown at me. You won't be any different.
Oh, I'm very different from the rest. Now be a good little Titan and perish.
The Skibidi laughed as he left while his poison gas filled my cage. I realized I didn't have much time left. I tried to escape back through the portal, but it closed behind me. I have to keep trying to break out of here. There's gotta be something I can do. Quick, Max, think! I used all of my powers on the cage, when suddenly my new pterodactyl wisdom came into effect. I noticed a small weak point in the cage and it gave me an idea. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I focused all of my energy on one spot and cracked open the cage before I fell to the toxic gas. Time to get that last totem and stop this madness! I set out in this strange looking world to find the last totem. On days 87 to 89, I walked outside of the prison and saw the final totem being guarded by a bunch of futuristic toilets. I listened in to see if they had any good information.
You know what we could do?
What crazy idea do you have now?
Hear me out. I'm thinking we take this totem and sell it for a fortune.
Oh wow, yes, it sounds like a great plan. If you want to get flushed. Come on, man, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, you're right. It sounded like a good idea in my head.
Hey, enough yapping. We gotta stay vigilant.
As dumb as they are, I would rather not have them on my tail. I better keep my head low. I stealthed through the area, trying not to get seen. Careful now. Soon, I made it towards the totem, but there were guards that wouldn't leave the area. I have to get them away from that totem. How do I? Oh, I noticed an ice sculpture close to the prison and got an idea. I took aim and threw my spears at the sculpture, causing it to shatter.
No! Was that my ice sculpture? I worked on that all day! Help me out with it, guys!
The toilets ran towards the shattered art piece and I pressed on forward. Now I just need to grab the totem.
Not so fast!
Suddenly, the electric Skibidi that had locked me inside of a cage came to stop me.
This ends now!
On days 90 to 92, the electric Skibidi fired his electric attacks in my direction to try and take me down. Luckily, I had most of the totems to help me defend myself and evade his attacks.
Hold still!
He then used an incredibly powerful electric ball attack on me. The electric Skibidi began his approach to end me for good. I tried to lob rock projectiles to slow him down, but it wasn't very effective.
Any last words?
Leave him alone!
Suddenly, a Titan Clockman arrived and froze the electric Skibidi with his time powers. What the? What's going on?
No time for answers. Now's your chance to grab the totem.
I listened to the Clockman and ran for the T-Rex totem while I had the chance. When I grabbed it, I was granted 5 more hearts, new powers, and the power of of a T-Rex. Wow, I feel incredible! While they were still frozen, I quickly defeated the electric Skibidi with my new Sonic Roar ability. Thanks, Clockman. Are you a Titan like me?
That's right. You're the one who started a long lineage of powerful Titans. Come with me, and I'll show you your future allies.
Wait, how do I know if this is a trap or something?
Remember, I can freeze you at any moment, just like this electric Skibidi. If I wanted to kill you, I could do so at any moment.
I guess you have a point. Alright, let's go. With that, I followed the Titan Clockman to meet my new allies. On days 93 to 95, I arrived at the base of the Future Forces where I was met with a plethora of different allies. Hey, you there, what are you?
I'm a cameraman. I fight for the Alliance.
Camera man? What's a camera?
A camera is, well, I'm a camera, but also a man. Huh, what am I? Who am I?
You good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go lie down for a bit. Good meeting you, First Titan.
Suddenly, another Titan stepped forward.
This is incredible. To think I'm meeting the first Titan.
I'm just as shocked as you are. Trust me, I have so many questions.
As incredible as it is, we have a problem here. He shouldn't be in our timeline. If he stays too long, we could all cease to exist.
That's not good. Then what should we do?
I can create a portal to return you back to your timeline, but I need help gathering a few things to get it working. We'll need a platinum clock, bouncy springs, and mythic essence. Titans, let's split up and find these items to save the timeline.
I'll get to searching. With that, we split up to find the needed items to send me back to my time. On days 96 to 98, I began my quest for the 3 items the Titan Clockman needed for his portal. I'm not even sure where to start. Everything is so different. Without a clue of where to begin, I wandered the city streets of the future until I stumbled upon a warehouse. This looks like a good place to search. I began smashing the building to get a better look inside. Luckily, when the dust cleared, the first item I needed was revealed. That looks like a platinum clock to me. On to the next one. I continued my quest and wandered the city until I found the Titan Speakerman at a bed factory. Hey Titan Speakerman, did you find a spring?
We can get some springs from the beds in this factory, but I can't get to them without smashing the building.
Here, let me help. I began smashing the building to get a better look inside.
That's not what I had in mind.
Look, beds! I ran in and smashed the beds to reveal the spring we needed. Now we just need the mythic essence. But where can I find something like that? I continued my search until I saw a light beaming into the sky in the distance. When I got close enough, I saw the mythic essence being held inside of a chamber. I tried to open it, but I couldn't no matter what I did. What gives? I'm running out of options here. I then spotted a switch that was high up towards the ceiling. I may not be able to fly, but I can aim. I threw a rock and flipped it, opening the chamber. I grabbed the essence and headed back to the Titan Clockman to give him the items. On day 99, I returned to the Alliance base and approached the Titan Clockman who was waiting for me.
I'm glad your search was successful. Hand over what you found.
I immediately presented the Titan Clockman with the items he requested, and he picked them up.
Great job. Give me 1 second to put this together.
You got it. The Titan Clockman finished up the portal and it lit up. Everything was ready to go.
Go, I'll be right behind you.
Wait, you're coming too?
It's the least we can do. The Alliance will help you stop the Skibidi Rex. Together, we stand a chance.
Alright then, let's do this. Together, the Titan Clockman and I entered the portal. When we emerged on the other side, I realized I was back in the prehistoric era with my new futuristic army at my side. Shockingly, the Skibidi Rex's own future army was already there waiting for me. You're not the only one with a future army now. Charge! My allies and I ran forward and clashed with the futuristic toilet forces. The armies were neck and neck, while the Titans took on the larger toilet threats. Come on guys, don't give up now! I supported my allies from behind with my own abilities. Thanks to my new army, I stood a chance. We're winning this battle! Keep going! Suddenly, the ground shook and the Skibidi Rex had arrived. He began to take down my men one by one, firing his powerful lasers and stomping them into the dirt. I thought the Titan Clockman stood a chance, but the Skibidi Rex took him down with ease.
Max, we can't hold him off much longer.
Then I'll just have to take him somewhere else. Over here, short arms! I led the Skibidi Rex into the open portal, teleporting us into another realm. On day 100, I appeared in a realm between time and space. I was face to face with the Skibidi Rex, who started all of this.
It's just you and me, Titan. You won't escape this place alive.
I don't have to, because I'm gonna defeat you and show you why the Titans are something to be feared.
Fear? Look at you. You're nothing to be afraid of. Me, on the other hand, I am a real monster.
I'll show you! I charged into battle and clashed with the almighty Skibidi Rex. I used my attacks on the Skibidi Rex, hoping to weaken him enough for a final blow, but he was my toughest opponent yet. He retaliated with his powerful attacks. I knew I couldn't take any more hits or I'd be a goner.
Is that all you've got?
Nope, I've got plenty more in the tank.
We'll see about that. Take this.
He used his ultimate attack, dealing big damage and knocking me off the arena.
Just as I thought.
He turned away thinking he had won the fight, but the power of the totems allowed me to hang on. We're not done yet. I kept up the fight until he was finally exhausted and on the ropes. For Rocky! I slayed the Skibidi Rex once and for all, avenging my brother and my people. I saved the future of the Titans!